Broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, very good afternoon to all of you. Very warm welcome to all. My name is Dilip, and today we would be having a session on interest calculation. We would shortly start our system. So, before that, please do check all your devices, hearing devices, systems, and make sure that you are having a very good internet connection so that you won't find any kind of difficulty in viewing the screen. So please do let me know whether you can able to hear my voice or not. Please do confirm. On the right hand side, you are having a small question box or a chat box where you can ask me whatever doubts or queries that you have. Please do let me confirm also whether you can able to hear my voice. My voice is audible, loud and clear. Please do let me know. Please do confirm, please. We'll shortly. By the time, please also check whether you are able to see my screen or not. I hope everyone can able to see my screen as well. Hello. So please do let me know whether you are able to hear me and see my screen. We would start the interest calculation shortly. So let's begin with our interest calculation. So how to do the interest calculation tally.erp9 we would see this, and we would be using the PowerPoint presentation and we would do the activity in tally.erp9. Before that, let me give you a brief understanding what exactly is the interest. Interest is nothing but an extra amount that is being paid or that is been got paid or have to pay to the outstanding amount or any amount that is been uh, um, outstanding. Okay, so this is the brief. So whatever amount that you are been um, advances or whatever the amount has been received, so on the based on that and based on the rate of interest, based on the number of days, so interest has been calculated. So let us do the activity in tally.erp9. The key points give you an overview. So some of the basic thing is that we need to enable the features, we need to configure masters, setting up the interest rate, override parameters for each transaction, include transaction date for interest calculation, recording transaction, calculate interest transaction by transaction, recording transaction. So this is it, what exactly that we need to do. So let's quickly go and see the scenario. So we have to create a new company. So the name of the company is Pinfound Enterprises, located in Maharashtra, engaged in trading and services, channel and track interest of their customer and other computations. So this is the name of the company. So we would be creating this company in Tally. So let us quickly go and create the company. So we would select the state, and the financial year beginning from is as it is shown. So let us quickly save the company. And after saving the company, the first and foremost thing that we need to do is to enable the relevant features, so that we are doing interest calculation. So we would quickly go in F11 features, and it's a part of accounting features. You need to get into accounting feature. You need to enable the option activate interest calculation. Use advanced parameter we would see in the later part. The additional features that you need to enable is use debit credit notes. So these are the relevant features for interest calculation. So after enabling these respective features, you need to save the activity. So getting into gateway of Tally, let us see the first entry. On 1st April 2019, the company sold the following goods to Sundaram Equipments. There is a reference number, and you need to create the product. So we would be creating the all the respective masters from right away from the voucher entry mode. So I would directly go in this. The date is set as 1 April. I'm getting into sales. Name of the party, Sundaram Equipment. So I'm going to use the Alt C create. It would come under sundry debtors. Now there is an option called activate interest calculation. I'm setting it to yes, and when you press yes, you would see that dialog box would pop up, which would show it as an interest parameter. It will give you whatever the parameter that you need to set it. Okay, now people, I would like to tell you that please take a notepad as well and write the very key points which are very important. So the first thing that I would like to show is, you could see here the calculate interest transaction by transaction. So this option would only get enabled when the option maintain bill by bill balance is there. So if you set it as no, so you would see that that option is not available. So make sure that this option is in respect to calculate interest transaction by transaction. Okay, we would see it later. Include transaction date for interest calculation. Okay, I would show you what exactly is that. So this is Sundaram Equipments, and the rate of interest is 2%. Okay, so 2% is the rate, and it is 30 days a month. So we have just passed a very simple configuration for this entry, this particular entry, where Sundaram Equipments would be charged interest at 2%, 30 days a month. Okay, so I'm saving this screen, and let's go to the sales ledger and create a sales account. Sales inventory values are affected, yes, and the name of the item, it is ceiling grids. Units numbers. So I'm creating all the masters on the go. So ceiling grids, it is 1000 units, 80 rate. So let the stock item be negative. We are not with the stock maintenance of stock right now. So we are with the interest calculation topic. So give all the details and save the entry. Okay, now let us go and see the entry, that is the interest calculation, and by the time I would also give you one of the relevant features that is been there. So display statement of accounts, interest calculation, receivable. Okay, so as of 1st April there is no interest. Okay, as of 1st April there is no interest. So let us take the 1 month, this 30th of April. So you can see there is an Sundaram Equipments that is calculated 29 days. Now, basically the entry has happened on the 1st of April, and the tally is not calculating or is not calculating the day which the transaction has been passed. If you wish that from the day which the transaction has been held to be calculated as interest, you have to go in the interest calculation parameter screen. So I would tell you what exactly this options is. So include transaction date for the interest calculation. For the amount added, you need to make it as yes. Okay. So now you can see here. So you can see here from the 1st of April 2019, it is now calculating the entire. Now it is taking as 30 days. Okay. So whatever amount has been added, okay, into your books of accounts, for that, if from the transaction date, if the interest need to be calculated, so you need to enable that. Basically, we never do this such things because whenever you sell some product to the customer, you provide the due date as well. Okay. So after saving this option, so let me show you one more option. So let us go to the features and use advanced parameter also, make it yes. After making the advanced parameter, you can go here and see here in the advanced parameter, you can see here applicable from, okay, from which date the interest to be calculated. So this is how it works. The other parameters, advanced parameters, if you want to specify for the debit balance only, you can make it in the debit balance, and you can specify the date of from to which date the 2% rate has been applicable. Okay, so this is the advanced parameter also I would like to show. Next is to pass the second entry. So on 1st of April 2019, Sundaram Equipment made the 40% of the payment towards the sales by cash. So there is a receipt entry for on the same date. So you can pass the receipt entry. So Sundaram Equipments. So 40% of 32,000. Now let's go and see the interest calculation. So for 30 days, now it is 928 for 29 days. So as I told you, if you wish that the date on which the transaction was been passed, if you want that also, so you need to reconfigure it and make the amount to be added. You have to make that option to yes. Next is we need to do a configuration, accounts info, voucher type, alter, debit note. So debit note, interest on customers. So use class for interest accounting, yes. Use class for interest accounting, yes. Amount to be treated as compound interest, no. Okay. After saving this, you can pass the entry of bringing the interest. So before passing that entry, I would like to show the profit and loss account. Now profit and loss account, in the income side, the right hand side, there is no income. So let's go accounting voucher, change the date to 30th of April and pass the debit note, set the class. Okay, put the original invoice number, Sundaram Equipments. Automatically the amount would come. create a new ledger, interest on customers. It is indirect income. No need to set any other option as interest calculation. So after passing this entry, you can see as of 30th of April, there won't be any interest for that particular customer. So there is no interest. So this is basically the simple interest calculation. So let us move to the next option. On 5th May 2019, the company sold the following goods to Sundaram Equipments again. This is the second sales, but here you can see the interest is charged 5% in the month of May. The month of May, it is not 2%, it's 5%. So in this case, what exactly you need to do is, I would like to tell you. Let us get back to the accounting voucher, F8 sales. So whatever I would be showing, the creation or alteration of any kind of ledger would be on the go. Okay, so party name is Sundaram Equipments. So change the date. The date is the 5th May. So Sundaram Equipment, I am altering the ledger of Sundaram Equipments. So activate interest calculation. Yes. So if you want to make any other changes that in respect to passing the entry or changing the rate by passing the entry. So first option that you need to enable is calculate interest transaction by transaction. Then you get an option called as override parameters for each transaction. Definitely you need to override the parameter for each transaction. Override advanced parameter, whatever the parameter that has been given in the downside. Do you wish to override that also? So if you wish to override that parameter also, you can make it yes. Else you can set it as no. So I would show you, if you disable this option, use advanced parameter. So what you can get it, you would get over here override parameters for each transaction as yes. Okay, you won't get the additional option that override advanced parameters. So that option is not available. So make sure whenever you require specific functions to see that also. So override the advanced parameter, you can make it as yes. Let it make it as no right now and save it. Now Sundaram sales, ceiling grids, 3000 quantity. It is 30,000. Let me change it to 3000. So rate is 2,40,000. So when you make it as new reference, so when you press enter, you would get a new dialog box to change the interest parameters. Okay, so interest parameters, you can change the rate to 5% on all balances. So what would happen if you wish to see what exactly would happen? I would like to show overriding the advanced parameter also. So here you can see that it would give you the further option to put the new parameters. Okay, like the new parameters is what would be the applicability. So it depends upon whatever applicability. So date from 5th May 2019, you can say for the month of May. So you can write it as month of May, rounding not applicable. Okay, so this is how it works. So let us go and see the interest calculation. So 15 to 315, you can see here the interest. So 26 days for 5%, it gets to 10,400. So from the date of the application, it is showing you what exactly and how much has been. So this is how basically it works. So I hope that you can able to see all the things. So let us pass the entry of as of 31st of March. Accounting voucher, debit note, interest on customers, change the date to 31. So now it is 10,400. New reference. %5. And save the transaction. So this is how the simple interest calculation that need to be done. I hope everyone is able to see the screen, and so let us move to the next thing is next scenario. There is a receipt voucher. On 1st June 2019, the company opened a bank account with IDFC Bank and deposited as capital for company. Interest has been charged 6% per annum. So this is the capital entry. So this is a receipt entry. Just wait for a moment. So let us go to the receipt entry as on 1st June. Change the date to 1st June. Okay, pass the receipt entry. So the ledger that we need to create is IDFC Bank. The bank account. Activate interest calculation. Yes, you need to activate the interest calculation. Calculate based on the voucher date, basically whatever the date that we need to, or the bank date or the bank reconciliation date. So you can make it as voucher date. So similarly, if you want to include from the date of transaction, yes. So rate is 6% per annum. So you can see here, you need to per annum means you need to fix it as calendar year. Basically, because the bank would be taking based on the calendar values. Okay, so you can make it as yes, applicable from 1st of April or whatever you can put as 1st of June. So receipt of 2000, capital account. So capital under capital account. So 2 lakh rupees. So after passing this entry, pass the necessary voucher entry to record the interest computed for the IDFC as of 31st December 2019. So let us go and directly pass the debit note as of, you need to create a new class. Before that, doing account voucher type alter debit note. So interest on bank deposits. Use class for interest accounting. Yes. Save it. After saving it, let us go in the debit note section. You would get the additional. So interest on the bank deposits. Hmm. Change the date to 31/12. IDFC Bank 6983 to create a new ledger. Interest on bank deposits under indirect incomes. Save it and save the entry. So this is how you can pass the entry. You can go and see the profit and loss account now. See here, interest on bank deposits shown separately, interest on customers is shown separately. Let us go to the next option, the compound interest. So we would be seeing the compound interest. On 1st of Jan 2020, the company released the advance to Vinay is an employee as a non-compound. Now the Vinay is to be computed as non-compound, and the next option, the next transaction on first trade, Anay on the compound term. So there are two entries. One is to the advances given to Vinay. It is an employee, and the next is to Anay. So Vinay and Anay, but Vinay is non-compounded, but Anay has been compound interest. Okay, I have kept the rate of interest, the number of days on which the interest need to be calculated, and the amount I have kept same so that you can see the difference properly. So let us go past the entry. So as of 1st Jan, 2020, so you can go and make the payment. So payment was IDFC bank account. The first thing that you need to make a note is Anay. Sorry, for the first option is Vinay, I think so. Vinay is simple interest. Simple interest under sundry debtors. So the first point that you need to make sure that you should put this option under sundry debtors. Okay, you have to make it as sundry debtors, or else basically what you can do is it actually comes under loan and advances asset, but in the loan and advances asset you don't get the option called maintain bill by bill balances. So make sure that you are putting that sundry debtors. Activate interest calculation, yes. Calculate interest transaction by transaction, make it yes. Don't override the parameters. What is the rate of percentage? 0.5%, 30 days a month. Applicability, always. Okay, so this is the Vinay. Let's go to Anay. So he is taking 50,000. New reference, ADV 001. Next is we are creating Anay employee under compound interest. Activate interest calculation, yes. Calculate transaction by transaction, yes, that is very required. So 0.5%, 30 day a month, always. Okay, so let me show you how the things would work. So 50,000, new reference ADV 002, and save the entry. Now the date is 1st Jan 2020. So let us quickly go see the interest calculation, interest receivable. The date from 1/1 to 31/3. Okay, you can see here both the amount has been shown as the interest has been calculated directly, and both the interest has been shown same 750 750. Now there is no compounding that has happened. Okay, for this let us go and pass one entry of a particular month, that is the month of January, for both of them. So let us go accounting voucher. Let me create the class also, accounts voucher type, create, alter debit note. So here is the third one, interest on advances, simple interest, use class for yes, interest on advances, compound interest, use class for interest accounting, yes, amount to be treated as compound interest, yes. So two voucher type, the class in the voucher type of debit note I have created. So let us go accounting voucher, debit note. First we would see interest on advances for Vinay as of 31 January. So Vinay is simple interest. I have taken simple interest, advance. So the month month of Jan, it comes to 250 only. So new reference, to interest on advances under indirect incomes. So I've created one more ledger, interest on advances, because in the profit and loss account it need to be shown separately. So 250. So this was for the Vinay for simple interest. So 250. Even for Anay for the first month it would remain same only. So debit note, press once again, interest on advances, compound interest. So Anay, so for the first month you can see here interest on advances. So even for Vinay and Anay, both for the first month it remains 50 to 50. So let us get back to the gateway of Tally. Display statement of account, interest calculation, interest receivable. Change the date to 1/2, that is 1/5, to 31/3. Okay. So you can see here Vinay and Anay. Now you can see the marginal difference. The marginal difference, that is Anay is showing as 502 because it has been calculated as compound interest. Whereas Vinay, it has not been calculated as a compound interest, it has been calculated on the base value. So this is how the things. So let us go ahead, actually change it to let us make it 1/6/2020. So you can see a difference is being shown very clearly now. A difference, how the things has been calculated. You can see here everything remains as it is, but the amount on which the value has been calculated is different. See here, pending amount, it is 50 to 50, it is calculated on that, but here it has been calculated on 50,000. So the last final entry that you can pass is on 31st of March for this particular 2020, and you can select Anay for compound interest, and then afterwards again press debit note and select the simple interest and select Vinay for simple interest. You can go in the profit and loss account and you can see that everything has been shown separately and clearly. So this is how the interest calculation in tally.erp now with all the advanced parameters, whatever the advanced parameters that you would like to use for debit balance, credit balance, you can make it into that. If you want to override these parameters and put the new parameters, you can make it that also. So this was it about the interest calculation. So I wish and I hope you all have enjoyed about this today's session on that is was on interest calculation. If someone is having any kind of doubt, please do let me know right now. What we can do is I would help you out right away. Uh, and if someone wants to put do the activity and then afterwards arises with some kind of doubt, so definitely you may write to us at webinar.tepl@tallysolutions.com, and we would be happy to help you out on these topics. Any doubts from anyone, please do let me know. Thank you, Pavas. Thank you. I hope everyone has enjoyed. uh, any doubts from audience? Make sure to check each and every options. Try to create your own uh, slides presentations for the students. Create good materials for the student. Try by yourself first and then afterward apply. If you face any kind of difficulty, please feel free to write us at webinar.table@tallysolutions.com. I hope you all have enjoyed, and there's no doubt. Even if you arise with any kind of doubt, please do mail us. Thank you for being with me. Have a good day ahead. Have a great weekend, and thank you. Bye bye.